business from a financial and publicity.
Oh yeah.
So that's going to lead me to my next guy, and you know that I'm a huge fan of his. Kurt Angle. You've interviewed Kurt Angle a few times.
Yes.
He's somebody that I've looked up to as a great inspiration, just because he's had a great story. He could have easily ended up as a tragedy with all his injuries and stuff, but he ended up coming on top of it. And he actually just did a biography for A&E that was absolutely incredible. I think it's probably the best one that the WWE's put together. So you interviewed him, I believe, in 2001, and then you interviewed him again in 2004 right after WrestleMania 20. Well, what was it like interacting with him?
What did you, let me ask you this question. What did you learn from the documentary? Like, what's one thing that kind of stood out, or a thought that you walked away with?
That he's a human being, even though he's a physical specimen in the physical machine. He had screw ups, he messed up, but he found a way to achieve redemption and come back in a way that really fully redeemed himself and redeemed, him and his family. So yeah, that's what I took away, is that he said something like, I can screw up and I don't want to be remembered for that fully, but I want to be remembered as the guy who came back and never lost to anything. So,
I don't know where he was in the evolution of Kurt Angle and his screw up and his redemption when I met him the 2 times. So I'm not sure where he was, but there was a humanity about him that I liked. I felt like I was interviewing 100% Kurt Angle.
He's the nicest wrestler I've ever met, man.
Yeah, not 50%. Like when I hate using the word but when we interviewed The Rock, yeah, I thought I was talking 50% to Dwayne Johnson and 50% to Rock. Yeah, well, it was just like he, and I love The Rock, right? Oh, yeah. Like I think he may be the most charming man on the planet, but I never felt like I had. I never felt like he was exposing parts of him that I wanted to expose. But in the case of Kurt Angle, I felt like it was all him. Like this was the guy. And I was meeting every cell of his body, every part of his brain he was offering up. And that's a great thing. And that's humility, right? When you're willing to share your lowest moments, when you're willing to show pain and emotion, especially for men who typically protect themselves from showing that, then I thought it was really cool.
His neck was broken at that time that you interviewed him too. He broke it like the month before against Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 20. So he was probably in a lot of pain doing that interview too, and he still went all the way up. I think it was in Toronto. Yeah. He gave you the best he could possibly give you. And that's what I love about Kurt, because even too, like I've had the chance to talk to him on Twitter, and I sent him a message one time, and I was just asking him, about a match with the Undertaker that he had, and about how much he's meant to me, because I met him in 2010. I was 8 years old going on 9, and I struggled with depression even back then. And to meet him for that one day was awesome, because he treated me great. He let me go in the ring after the show. He put his arm over my chest. I still have the picture. I'll probably post it later. He put his arm over my chest. I offered my hand to him at 8 years old, and he shook my hand, and I never forgot that. So the way he treated me is what really made him become my hero.
Yeah. So and rightfully so. But that's how you should. If you want to look at someone and hold them on a pedestal at a certain height, their physical performance, whether it's wrestling or whether it's football, if it's a quarterback, if you love, if you want to put Aaron Rodgers on the pedestal, he should only get to the top rung if he shows you a humanity that you didn't know he had. If you believe he's genuinely a good person, that's what should take him from the 9th rung, which he earns by being, in Aaron Rodgers' case, one of the greatest quarterbacks in history. He gets to be at the top, but he doesn't, or near the top, but he doesn't get to the top unless he shows you what Kurt Angle showed you, which is, this sense of relevance in the world. And he knew that he could impact you by being nice.
Yeah, and it was incredible too. Like that, I still remember that to this day. And he's going to be in Hamilton in September for the Hamilton Comic-Con. So I'm going to make my way up there, 3-hour drive, and I'm going to go see him. It's going to be incredible, and I hope he's doing well. He just got knee replacement, so
God, I mean, that's what you give up, right? The price for wrestling is, body parts don't last as long as they could. Who else is going to be at Comic-Con? Anyone else wrestling?
Devon Dudley from the Dudley Boys. I don't know if Bubba Ray will be there, but I know Devon will. And the New Age Outlaws, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Right, because I would love to show up, and I don't know those other guys, but I know Kurt.
Yeah,
and it would be just fun for me to kind of reminisce with them. It would be less fun if they went, I don't remember you.
He's the nicest wrestler you'll ever meet. I actually asked him about you one time. I texted him. And I said, what were your thoughts on your interviews with Michael Landsberg in 01 and 04? And he said that he really liked it. He said he enjoyed it. And he said that you were very fair with your questions and you were very kind to him. And that's what it was. And
good.
I've never heard of Kurt Angle being rude to anybody. I mean, I just haven't. But I told him, I said, yeah, I'll be there at the Hamilton Comic-Con. I'm just going to be there as a fan. I'm going to go check out the vendors, and it should be a fun show. It's going to be my first Comic-Con, I think, since before COVID hit. So it's going to be intriguing to see him there. But also too, this interview will expire in about 3 minutes. So my question for you is, do you have time for another 5 to 10 minutes after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What time is it?
It is 10:30, right on the head.
Okay, let's